the Alzheimer's.
By the way, it's all his fault that we're spending $6 billion in taxpayer money this month to help AIDS fight HIV/AIDS.
Why he say it's his fault?
Like 3 H's in that shit. HIV/AIDS.
Yo, to say that shit about Elton John is amazing.
Like, bro,
Elton
like,
John?
Yeah, that was Elton John, bro.
Yeah.
He was saying it about Elton John. He was like, because of this guy right here, we're spending $6 million on AIDS research.
like the way you put it though, it's like you're blaming him. But you know what I
Imagine
mean?
he was
Instead
like,
of
shout out
hey.
Magic Johnson. Like, what?
Outliers Radio.
And we're back. Maxwell and Narrows. I got Castro by my side. And we got the team here. Fo, Chuck, Sabs, Dom. What up?
Yo. That was good harmony though. It was.
Next time we got it.
Definitely practicing. It's coming in nice.
I'm telling you, I was a baritone for real.
I'm Beyonce. That's why I can't.
I was in chorus. I was in chorus.
I was in chorus too. No, I was in chorus by accident.
Real men were in chorus.
By accident.
Yo, I was in that shit too.
Real men peep. It was my senior year in high school.
Oh, see, I wasn't that.
Yeah, I was type young.
Nah, the schedules came out. But I never checked my shit because I don't really give a shit. It is what it is, right? So I look at my electives and I got men's chorus. So I called these niggas a week before school because that's when I peeped it. I'm like, yo, like, you know, I don't really be singing like that. And they're like, yeah, it's too late. You're supposed to switch it like 3 weeks ago.
Damn.
So I go to men's chorus and it's me and a bunch of freshmen. And there was like it was definitely gay. We'll say it like that. Put it like that.
Yo, bro, they were
artsy. Cool though.
They
and
were
I was
artsy fartsy.
I was homies with all of them. They was mad cool, but they was definitely all into each other. I can say that.
That's fine. Nah, see,
and that's what's up. Shout out to them. They're doing well.
Hey,
shout out to them. Nah, see, I was in that shit in like, I want to say like 5th grade.
Mm-hmm.
And
That
it was
sounds about
only because there was a shorty I was trying to kick it to. And she definitely was like, yeah, I'm about to sign up for this. Blah, blah, blah. And I was like, shit, me too. Like, fuck it. Like, oh, we about to be in the same class. It's lit. It's automatic now. like it's a go.
Let's talk about that. What have you signed up for, or what have you done that you only did because there was a girl that you wanted to talk to doing that?
Shit.
Violation.
I'll go first.
All right, bet.
I went to a whole Pentecostal church for months.
Hey. Dedication.
Months.
Hey,
I went on a camping trip. I don't even like camping, bro. I don't like the woods. We was in the woods, bro. There was spiders in our cabins. I'm from the hood, bro. We got cockroaches and we got mice. Niggas had me in a cabin, or because I liked one girl. I was in, I think it was like 9th grade. Bro.
This nigga was in a cabin in the woods for the pussy.
Was I? I got it.
Valid.
I did a lot there. I had to go to a lot of Sunday classes for that pussy.
Yo, Matt, you're going to church.
Definitely respectable.
God is like, I gotta help this guy out. He's here. He's praising the Lord.
I prayed for the pussy.
Hey,
Prayed for the pussy.
Literally.
They weren't lying about God. You pray and you shall receive.
Nah, I don't know if it's definitely not like the worst thing, but like the most annoying thing I've ever done for it was I sat in the fucking hair salon, like you know what I'm saying, for the whole hairdo, like the entire the day before like it was a big event. I think it was like an engagement party or some shit like that too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Bro, that shit was like 5 hours in the salon, bad, just sitting like, nah, in my head.
My man's going through 5 weeks of Sunday school.
I went through months of Sunday school.
Damn.
Wait, camping. Like,
see, I never did that.
Yeah, I'm not that outrageous for it. Like, you know what I mean? I'm pretty hostility myself. Like, I want her to do something for me.
He's the female in the relationship.
I'm the prize. Like,
he likes gifts.
You know what I'm saying? I just know my worth.
If Jordan doesn't get his good morning text, he's upset.
He like Drake. He like, this dick ain't for free.
Exactly. I'll be pish posh and be like, not you. Depends on what I get. You know what I'm saying?
I learned how to read.
For the pussy.
Oh, that failed.
Oop.
Oh, I said
He learned,
that out loud?
he learned enough.
She was like, she
said
texted
that
me.
out loud.
I don't know what she said.
Let's get that shit. I learned enough.
Exactly.
And then when she didn't realize it, I asked her to marry me. That's how you do it.
Smooth.
Winning.
You won.
Yeah, you did it. You completed the game.
Yeah, now she reads for me. It's now the
Exactly. You found the loophole.
I was about to say winning.
yo and audiobooks. Like
In audiobooks.
Audiobooks has definitely been like that's what helped me because then I'll see things and I'm like, yeah, I heard that before. It makes sense.
I heard that before. Always I heard. I never read that before. I always heard that shit though.
I heard that one. Every time y'all give information, I say I hear it.
Yeah.
Or I saw a picture of.
And that sounds like a good marriage, though.
Oh, yo, it's dope, man. She knows I'm dumb, and I'm very grateful that she knows I'm dumb. I'm just capable. I'm dumb, but I do, baby.
I get it done.
I'm gonna get it done, dude. Just don't ask me to read nothing. Don't ask me to like try to learn some shit. Like, nah, I can point. I'll figure it out. All right,
And that's a good marriage.
yo,
That's teamwork.
You know who don't got a good marriage?
Somebody Peter Griffin is kind of wild.
that hurt my feelings. I was like mad rude, especially I'm a fat light skinned dude. I was like, damn, I got glasses, bro. Like,
I'm just saying, if I put you on a
was
white button up
typecasting
and some green pants.
He was definitely typecasted.
that was definitely typecasting. You know what's crazy is that growing up being called Bobby Hill probably didn't help that either. So I was just,
Oh,
Damn.
yeah.
oh my God.
Yeah, that's what they called me all grown up. When I first got to the shop, I like cleaned my face like a dickhead because you know people be like, oh, when you show up to a job, you know you got to make a good first impression. I'm like, yo, it's construction, bro. So I do the shit because they wanted to fit us with masks and shit. So I went in there like perv mustache, which I was so mad about that. I was just like, yo, I gotta just take it off because like I'd rather be clean face and look like just a complete disgusting
You
person.
had the goose.
Oh, bro, I had like it didn't look like a diddler mustache.
Oh,
but
no.
like the way I felt about it made me just be like, who just has
But
a
it didn't
mustache?
not look like a diddler mustache.
It didn't not look like it either, but it also like all mustaches like that just look like it.
Oh,
I
was
can't
it-
throw like a sexy. I can't grow a Burt Reynolds mustache.
I was about to say, was it diddler stash or like porn stash?
I can't grow because of the type of facial hair I have. Listen, my Latin roots come out in weird ways. Like my facial hair does not grow straight. All right, this comes from
Yeah,
like
mine waves.
the European African side. Like this shit is weird.
The European African.
He said, I'm trying to figure it out still.
23andMe. I only use Shea Moisture products because of that shit. Dead ass. And like I'm just not a plug, but like I like my face smelling good and being soft because everything else makes my shit like coarse. I get pimples. Yep. My mustache grows, and instead of like growing thick and up like Tom Selleck's sexy mustache, it's just like a little. Like, I don't know, it'll get patchy in a certain spot, and then it changes colors depending on how my mood is and where the sun is, which is a really weird thing to happen.
Yo, facts. I thought I was the only one that noticed that about your facial hair, but your shit, like, if it soaks up enough sun, his shit goes like pure blonde. But like in the winter, his shit is mad dark.
That's why he stays inside.
That's tough. That's hard. My
He
shit
turns
don't
to
do that.
crystals like what's it like in
Yeah, like
Twilight? The sun turns his beard to crystals.
The most embarrassing thing for someone to say to you is somebody on a job to approach you as a grown ass man and be like, yo, dude, you dye your beard?
Oh my God.
And like, and then even then, because like, all right, I can see if I had Brogaine and like if I dyed it a dark color, because they're like, yeah, because some of it's black, some of it's brown, and then you have like white blondes, but not like blonde, like yellow blonde, like white blonde hair. And I go, yeah, man, it's summertime.
Yeah, in the summer you got Targaryen beard.
Hey, yo. He's repping.
Yo, I definitely have the wild Targaryen. I think about that shit too. That's why I want to let my shit grow, and I'm gonna let the top of my hair grow too, and I'm gonna do like the 2 French twists with the long Viking beard.
Hey, yo. The king of the north.
Nah, man. I want to be like the fucking original Viking, so that way when this country goes to shit, people know what I'm about. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna see that guy and be like, that guy's been waiting for this. You know,
He's got a tomahawk in his basement.
He's got a tomahawk.
Ready to go.
And like, once again, because of how my wife is, the beard braids are gonna be fire.
Yeah, super.
Fire. They're gonna smell good. I'm gonna be decapitating villages, but
Keep it all lined up and shit.
oh yeah, of course. Ew, what do you think I would be, some monster?
Ew.
You think I would be
Decapitating
the way you
heads
said
in
it,
next
right?
sentence.
Ew.
Ew. What the fuck?
Nah, but I'm saying though, like you see those guys that are all
Nerve
over.
you.
you see those guys that are all over the place that they're like, oh yeah, you know, I'm a capital rider, so I get the rugged man beard, and like I look like, ew, no, you uncultured swine. You have no hairline. Guess what? Underneath that hat and that full beard is a bald spot, you disgusting creature. Like, you're not conquering anything. You couldn't beat male pattern baldness. Fuck you.
Gotta let the locks out.
That's right. Yo, I come from luscious hair stock. My siblings have luscious, thick hair stock. My grandparents, luscious, thick hair stock.
Hold on. There's a lot of kings that have bad hairlines. LeBron James.
Not true. Money purchased him happiness.
Yeah, actually.
But that's not regular.
Did come back.
Jesus took
It
that
did come
from
back.
him. He had to go buy that again.
I was like, I need that hairline though.
Yep. Bro, I'm gonna take this away until you work harder for a new one.
But I'll bless you with 99 jump.
Yeah, exactly. That's why he the God.
Yo, okay.
The chosen one.
Okay, it comes down to it. That's a fine fucking
It's a
question.
good trade.
No, okay. In that sense, what are you willing? Cause I seen a fucking meme that was just like, would you give up an inch of your height to add another inch of your dick? And I'm like, yeah, I'm not fucking tall. Like, who cares? Fuck yeah. Like, hell yeah. I would clearly sacrifice.
Max is like, I'm 5'4" now.
Yeah, dude. There, you know what the difference between 5'8" and 5'7" is? Nothing. Those same girls still aren't gonna look at you. All right.
Just go get the surgery. They got the surgery
So
that
the kneecap shit.
They supposedly the doctors say that that there's an extra inch of dick in your stomach.
I'm fat. There might be 2. Might need that shit. Hold on.
So you can go get the surgery and like they clip something and the inch drops out. Like, listen, I don't know how true that is, but I seen it on another show. And they were talking about implants.
Let me tell you why I'm skeptical about it.
I knew I had it in me.
I just
I always felt like I was more dick. Let me tell you why I'm skeptical about this.
All the way there.
Nah, because every once in a while, don't your dick just look bigger?
Yo,
A little bigger?
it depends. Like,
You know what I'm saying? So what you got going on?
You hit that next level of hardness, and you're like,
Where you been at, nigga?
that's that
How
morning.
much Henny was in the system?
Macaroot, guys. Macaroot. That's what it's about.
Yeah.
Small natural supplement, Macaroot.
It was a difference between like cell final form and then like perfect cell. You know what I'm saying? But nah, the thing why I'm skeptical about the whole pulling that extra dick out the stomach is because like
just don't
what?
understand.
Yeah, that sounds so pause on that.
Oh, you got dick in your stomach? Y'all niggas is gay.
Pause.
Gay. I don't got no dick in my stomach.
This just sounded wild.
Okay,
That's really what he's doing, bro. That's a troll.
All right, but as you were saying,
That's a troll. Yeah. So the issue I'm having with releasing the extra dick
There you go.
is that what if that little bit of dickness that's there is like how you get the feeling, you know what I'm saying, to get your shit rock. Like, what if that shit, you know what I'm saying, the extra
just
inch
don't
comes
sound-
drop down.
I haven't done my homework, so I don't know.
And then your shit just don't get stiff no more. Because then, you know what I'm saying, what was the point at that point?
Okay. All right. So I get it. Are you gaining length to lose strength?
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
you're not going to have the same
He's
blood
a poet.
flow.
Talk about it.
Yeah.
Talk about it. But no, that is a fucking fear.
There are showers and growers.
Yeah. Now you're a permanent shower, but is that the end of the line?
I just feel like anything that has to do with like surgery and my privates, I want nothing to do it.
Yeah, nah.
Honestly.
Okay,
I'm good.
let's not jump the shark. I know it's scary now. But like 5-10 years now down the line. Yeah, think about this.
If it's
all right?
like a simple tug.
If it is a simple tug,
Nah.
if it is you go into the doctor, they plug you up to one of those shit. It looks like a PS5 and
You got
right in there.
twist it and rotate it a little bit and then give it a quick
because
yank.
the way they have it set up now is crazy. Like they were talking about the way like the different implants they do and all that. None of those things sound like
No.
you like. I want to do that.
No. Blue Chew. Sponsor us. Easy. Just like that. 5 of us right now. Like
Yo, like I was listening to it and like they got one pause for girth. They give you the same injections that they give you the girls for the lips. So you got to go back every like whatever to go re-up.
and what happens? Your dick get flat and you don't go back. And
Oh, they giving motherfuckers the Kylie Jenner pump to the dick. That's wild.
this shit deflates.
Dick sponsored by Kylie.
10 years from now, the Kylie Jenner line of dick inflation tools is going to be as easy as going to Walmart.
I'm putting stock in that.
All right, you go to Walmart, you pump your dick. So that's what I'm saying. Don't ever say never.
pump your
Now,
dick.
do I think that? Listen, the original question that I was actually
They
getting
stop at the
at
McDonald's
was,
inside.
what would you be willing to sacrifice in order to gain that length? But at this point, it doesn't seem like anyone's really has any reservations. It's more or less procedural.
Yeah.
So if it was like rub a genie and this can happen,
I'm with it.
everyone's
I'm
on
with
board.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there's no one. Yeah. Okay. Well, that's
Sedated.
basically what I was getting at. You know, now that I realize that it's not a matter of like concern or what you would sacrifice. It's anything's on the table. It's how we getting it done.
Yeah.
Because I don't have an issue.
I'd rather just rock with the weapon I've been using.
Who don't want an extra?
Who wouldn't want an extra one
Yeah.
just cause?
Yeah, I mean-
Fuck it.
Like I said, I'm not in the NBA. I'm not going nowhere. Like I do construction. I could get on the ladder. It's not no difference inch by height.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? A little inch to the dick can't hurt.
No, I'm not the
Not me,
tallest,
at
so
least.
I gotta keep what I got.
That's why I was saying I'd rather
You
just.
go for the
I'm
height?
rocking the weapon I've been
stay
given.
with the
Gotta
height.
go for the height. Gotta go for the
I'm staying with
height.
the height.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm fine with my height.
If I took like 3 inches off my height and then put that on my dick, I would look like a little dwarf. But like an elven dwarf, like I'd look like the guys who like chip rocks and like I would just be like this little fat.
Not the shortest, but
Not the shortest.
biggest dick.
Not that. So yeah,
Would
but
you be-
exactly.
Would you be legally
packing that thing.
qualified as a midget?
that's
Nah, I wouldn't go that short because I still got height, bro. I'd be 5.
No, I don't know. I don't know what the legal midget height is.
Well, I know it ain't 5'5". I only wanted to take off 3 inches. I add anything else, I'm gonna be hurting someone. You know what I'm saying? Come on, let's be
What would that
crazy.
be?
What?
It's like 4'6" maybe. Like what would mid like I don't
I
don't
thought you
even
were talking
know.
about like his dick inch.
Right.
No.
Me too. I was like, well, if you want to get in,
I mean, giving you a 4'6" is kind of, you know what I mean?
Like,
what would that
That's
be?
a, that's
Your
a,
dick with all
that's a
those inches.
stool. That's not a dick. That you're just relaxing on that whenever you choose to. I was talking about the midget height thing, but
it's a kickstand.
if you want to tell us about what you got,
It's a sand tail. You just wrap it around your stomach.
My high
keep
school
tripping
dean,
over it.
my high school dean of discipline, right? He was a big fat dude, right?
Okay.
When once you got cool with the nigga,
I just
right?
keep thinking these shits are going the wrong way.
no.
And he had the biggest dick.
Right? This nigga was mad fat. But he was mad cool. Once you got cool with him, he was cool. So I used to go to him, I'm like, yo, mister, I'm not gonna say his name. I'm like, yo, why are you so fucking fat?
Oh shit.
And he used to dead say, I'm not fat. It's my dick wrapped around my belly.
That's a predator.
This is the dean of discipline. This is the dean of discipline.
Damn right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Telling you this, like,
You didn't want to stay after class with this
yeah,
guy.
nah.
You definitely did
No
not.
I'm gonna wrap it
detention.
around your neck next. Like,
Oh my God. Hey.
But
yo.
it was so big white Irish dude.
I just can't imagine telling a child that. Oh, that's not my fat.
But
That's clearly my penis wrapped
He's
around
trying to
me a
be
lot.
cool and like, you know, try to play it off, you know what I mean? Like, no, nigga, I'm not fat. You're
I'd much rather have said I was fat.
that's a cool guy.
Much
I had
rather
this
have
snake wrapped around my body.
I
expressed.
got a snake wrapped around my anaconda part 3.
Something better at least. Like,
This is not fast.
He was an old white guy. You
My
couldn't get a better
bulletproof
joke
dick
than
vest.
that. This is all dick.
got hella
No belly.
sweaters on.
Fupa. What is it? What is the
Yeah, fupa.
what is fupa?
yeah.
The fupa.
Nah, but though, man, just looking at him like hurtful. Like, just walk away. Like, yo, goddamn, I'm not gonna tell this kid that I've got like a monster dong. Because like, here's the worst case scenario: is like him just hearing this goes and tells someone else.
You couldn't say that today.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Oh
Goes
my
and tells
God.
someone else.
Instantly
Yo,
turn
School shut down.
this guy's got a monster dong. And the first thing's gonna be like,
What?
How do you know that? Like, has he shown you this monster dong? Like,
Show me where he
it's a
touched
very-
you.
Are you alright?
Was it in pictures? Are you okay?
Well, yeah,
Where did he
it's wrapped
touch
around
you?
his stomach.
Show us on the
right
doll
here.
where he touched
Show
you.
us on the door where he touched the point.
That is
Hey, yeah.
Well, you want to keep it on the creepos? What happened? Your boy Dahmer.
Oh yeah. Speaking of predators, right?
Whose boy did you
What a
just
transition.
reference that to? 'Cause
So here's the
Not
thing.
because I didn't
Sabs
see
is
it.
the only one who hasn't seen
I
it.
won't watch it.
Yeah, he won't watch it.
I've only watched one episode. So
American
No,
history.
for real?
it's kind of creepy.
American
It's super creepy.
I finished that.
You want to know what got me? Is that when they told his dad that he was eating people in the show, and like when his dad was just like, and then they left the room and he just started bawling.
Oh, yeah.
Ever since that, I was like, I don't really want to watch this anymore. I was like, this is like, you know, because I've watched a lot of horror movies, so I can see people killing and all that. But like, this is like way too much emotion.
Oh no! Wait, let me firstly say that because of cynical living, This, like, I never really had an interest in the Jeffrey Dahmer thing.
Yeah, me
Straight-
either.
no, and the only reason was because I do like serial killers. I do like that whole. I'm into if they have a good story.
Okay.
John Wayne Gacy was confusing a whole community. You know what I'm saying? Like he was in Charles Manson, CIA, like was involved in that shit. You know what I'm saying? The dude who did the Oklahoma City bombing, military side. Like there's all sub stories to it. Jeffrey Dahmer was just some dude who dead ass was like, I'm gonna suck dick and eat face, and he did it.
He was like Son of Sam.
Yo, talk about it because Son of Sam didn't even get brought up in the movie, which was weird to me. In the show, which was weird to me. So
I don't even know what that is either.
I know it was like some
You
sort
guys
of
gotta catch
anarchy.
up on your serial killers, bro.
I'm lacking.
Yeah, I'm a little new to
it's
this.
local
My bad,
history.
I'm
Like, that's the other thing. It's not like it's far out. It's local history.
Like, that's why the Dahmer like Netflix thing didn't bother me so much because I already knew the whole case. So I knew how much of a weirdo he was. To me, it was just a show of it. Like now you get to see it because obviously shit happened in the 90s. I was young. I didn't know about this until maybe a couple years ago. You know what I mean? Just strolling through stuff and finding docs.
White people.
Yeah, and that's what I always tell him. We're like white people. Today,
We're a weird bunch. We
today
have
on what
quirks.
white people did.
Yeah, we have quirks.
Yeah, nah. In my head, like I always knew that he was like a serial killer and he was going after guys because he liked dudes. I didn't know he was eating them.
Yeah.
And all that extra shit.
I didn't know he liked
that's
dudes.
And those pictures.
I had no idea. Nah. And then Netflix puts up in the categories like LGBTQ.
Yeah, I didn't know.
And then they got hella flack for that shit, and they
definitely
took
did.
it down.
They people weren't. And
Yeah,
which
but I mean, he was gay. Like,
Yeah,
a lot of gay
that's-
shit going on. So
They don't want to claim him.
See, but
Which
that's
is
fucked up though.
Yeah, it's
we
fucked
don't
up.
want Dahmer.
Nah,
That's
but
fucked
it was
up.
because of the way shit was
I think,
in
yeah,
it. Because
you can't
the dude
do
was
that.
like, he's like, oh, you don't want to check in there? Oh, what's that? What's in that drawer? Just
I feel
a
like
bunch of gay shit. He literally said that. He was
Yeah.
like, oh, just a bunch of gay shit. So the cop be like, oh, all right. And he'll just close the drawer.
They was not with that.
My
It was
thing is that-
ages too
Hilarious.
back.
I feel like if they did that same exact shit, right, but then didn't put Jeffrey Dahmer's name on it and just said it was like a horror series, right, they would probably put an LBGT tag next to it, no problem, because he would be a gay killer in a horror, right? But since it's something that's actually happening, I think you can't do that. Like
You can't just drop your mans like that.
I don't.
Yeah, I agree.
That's your man still.
Yeah,
But he is part of the
Still your
community.
man.
You
Yeah,
can't
not for
pick and
nothing.
choose.
He loved
guess.
black men. You know what I'm saying? He was
respect.
ahead of his time.
He was let's fucking
That's
talk
what
about
you
it.
call He was ahead of his time.
Okay, hold on. No, time out. Let's fucking talk about it.
Everybody was
Thank
mad
you.
racist. His grandma was mad racist.
Dad,
He
mad
coming home with
racist.
the black men. You know what I'm saying? He thought they was beautiful and shit.
How many of them murdered black people?
Yo,
I mean,
okay,
maybe
so
he
hear
murdered
me
the
out.
black men
Yeah,
too,
I
but he
just
also
wonder- I
murdered
just
white
wonder-
men. So he wasn't just
I was just wondering.
murdering the blacks.
Yo, and that's what I'm saying. You want to talk about like progression? One, here's why I'm mad that they won't put the label on him. Ready? Progressive as fuck, interracial,
As fuck.
open. Okay, he dated handicapped people. He took home, like I said, he was really out there. What was nice to his neighbors? Like, you know what I'm saying? Okay, but here's my favorite thing about the entire thing.
What
You
the
could
fuck
say
is that smell?
you can say whatever you want about the causation of why he went about doing it, but they literally have him 14 people deep going, he started off with these nice Jewish boys, had him a nice saute, he went Filipino, he went Mexican, and he settled black. That is the perfect spectrum of digression and progression. Yes, he ended up killing all those people, but he experienced their life in a time where that was not fashion. Imagine, the cops show up, they go, oh no, is gay and black in the 80s? We have to go. Like that, they have to. He was about that. He was Swirl Gang. I'm Swirl Gang. I still claim
Swirl Gang.
Swirl Gang.
Swirl Gang.
That's just what it is. And it sounds fucked up. Don't get me wrong. I understand what he did in the end was wrong, but you can't tell me the idea of him being romantically attracted to someone of another ethnicity isn't a beautiful thing. That's what we're all about nowadays.
Progressive
agree.
as fuck.
But what I don't condone is killing them and eating them.
I think you're forgetting the whole other half of that night. Like after he's already done killing them and then like took their body parts and made art of it. Like
We just bringing up the points. Nice to his neighbors, he bought her a sandwich.
oh
Maybe it might have been some nigga, but he ate those too and he liked them. Nice to his neighbors.
delicious.
Yeah, you know, if your neighbor brings you a raccoon sandwich, you may not eat it, but you know, it's a thought that counts.
I look them dead in their eyes and be like, take that shit back home. I don't know why you thought that was okay.
Not the raccoon.
Do you smell what comes from your apartment? I don't want nothing from there.
Not for nothing, watching it on TV, I smelt it through the TV. Like you could say, you never been to somebody's apartment that was just like you could like
basura.
It's dirty.
Yep.
I just smelt dirt watching him in his. And I'm like, yo, this nigga house, I'm like dirty mop. Like it got worse. It got all
bloody mop.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
No, my genuine favorite part about first off, once again, I'm cynical. My wife's cynical. Like, it's hard for us to watch even real events. Like, and there were certain parts I got mad about. I got mad about the blatant racism with the cops because I know that's how it happened. I know that, like, it's currently still, like, going on. Like, that part did irk me because they were very open about that shit. Like, they were very like, yeah, man, fuck this dude. He's a black dude saying all this shit. Like, we're going to ignore him because it's a white guy. The family that came from Laos, he was like, sir, I don't understand what you're saying. You sound like a horse with, like, fucking peanut butter in its mouth. Like, someone else, get over here. Like, not cool. Things I will say though. One, I need to hear they're planning on releasing the actual tapes of like all his speaking and shit. Like it's another part of the documentary.
On YouTube.
Yeah, it's already out, I think.
Well, guess what, guys? Netflix is gonna do it, and if it's one button away, that's what I'm choosing. So that being said, I need to know if he really sounds like that. Because from the minute that the documentary started and the way that he moved and that Midwestern boy, shy face, hand in the pocket, like shucks kind of dude, the rest of the show, Napoleon Dynamite. There was nothing in my mind. There was no redeeming it after that. He would literally be like, they were like, how could you have done this? How could you have cut up that boy? And he was like, gosh, like that. And bruh, there's nothing.
Tater tots.
The entire show. Bruh, and the fact that that's the way he was getting away with things, though. Because the cops would be like, did you do it? And he would be like, oh, is that even like something I would do? And the cops are like,
it's just gay stuff.
Oh my God.
It's just gay stuff is the greatest police defense I never thought about using. First off, being in the 80s, I'd rob a bank. And they'd be like, what's in that bag? And I'd be like, gay stuff. Right? Fucking dicks. Pictures of more dicks. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck? They literally walked in there and they was like, whoa, two dudes.
My bad.
Yeah, like holy shit.
Close the door.
We're gonna stand out
Close
here.
the door.
He said they're gonna delouse themselves. First time I heard that shit.
You know, like, that's crazy. I was actually thinking about that.
Up, right?
What does that mean?
I didn't even look that shit up.
That's like when
that's
like when you spray like to like disinfect.
Yeah, delousing
yourself.
spray. You have to just basically clean yourself. It's basically saying you're dirty.
Okay.
Now, here the crazy part is the delousing comment I didn't know was based on gay or racism towards the Filipino kid or the Laotian kid.
Oh, it was the gay stuff.
It was the gay
I
stuff.
think I thought it was the gay or the house.
Yeah, being the projects thing kind of actually.
No, his house.
Oh, it probably smelled too in there, right?
Yeah, it probably smelled like.
You go to his house, you come out, you want a bath.
Damn, yo, they probably got like the first impression, like, damn, it smells like. This must be what gay shit smells
gay stuff
like.
smells
Like, oh my god! Like,
he said, "This is what the
maybe
gay
that's why they
smells
even.
like."
That's
Yo,
crazy.
That's
Yo, for real though, that's probably what they thought.
When they crossed that threshold, that's what he was like, do you guys want to come in? Once again, I'm sorry, it's going to be Napoleon Dynamite. I'm apologizing. But listen, he was like, you guys want to come in?
They should have got that.
And they were like, all right, like, I guess so. And they walked in and they were like, yo, what's that smell? And he was like, some bad meat, some gay stuff. And the cops are like, oh, shit. Like bad meat and gay stuff here. You can have back the 14-year-old boy that you clearly just told us was your 19-year-old lover with the drill hole in his head.
That's walking zombie at the
I
moment.
think they knew it. They knew what they were doing with this show, especially because they got the American Horror Films guy. Like, he's perfect for it. Like,
oh, that's who that one. I knew
perfect.
that.
Peters.
Yeah,
he's been creepy for like the past 10 years. Like, he's
y'all
been
know
just
his
working
name.
on.
Yeah,
Like,
he's
typecast.
yeah,
That's why I watched
he's
it,
actually
because
a great
he's an
actor.
actor.
Yeah.
No, phenomenal, because
Yeah.
I like him on American Horror Story, but it's so funny that I was looking at and I thought that, and I was like, Nah, it can't be.
He's literally just been training to be this weirdo for us.
I would watch it just because it's him. That's the same reason why I watched that Ted Bundy movie, because it was Zac Efron, and I was like, Zac Efron.
Zac Efron, one of the greatest actors of all time. Zac Efron.
Zac Efron, one of the greatest actors of all time.
All right, I just had to make sure.
Okay, you know how? Okay, here we go.
About the greatest.
One of the greatest actors of all time.
I'm about to tag you. Hold up.
We're not gonna.
I'm about to tag him in real quick, because here's something I will poetically say. Castro is a hard judge. He's what I like to call a hater. If it's something out there that I find decent, he'll find a way to pick a bone with it. I can tell you Zac Efron is an amazing, elite actor.
Elite.
Because this man hit me up today and told me that, what's the name of the movie?
Best beer run ever.
Was a great movie. And for him to tell me that it's a history war buff doc movie with Zac Efron is good, it has to be phenomenal.
Zac Efron, man.
Phenomenal.
Trying to tell you.
He's still not a good actor, though.
What do you mean?
I'll give you that he's a good actor.
First of all, High School Musical.
He played the role.
Hold on.
He played the role.
Hold on.
Mm-hmm.
He played, because the role, I felt like the role for him is a typecast. It was kind of like a airheaded type of dude. Like the dude that's like, don't has a job, sleeps on his mom's couch, and drinks beer all night and wakes up at 2.
So that sounds like,
So he didn't really have to act. He was just himself and read a script. It was a good movie. The whole story was good. Like I said, especially since it was a true story and everything. When they showed the pictures at the end, I don't know why they picked him. He looked nothing like the dude that he was depicting. Everyone else in the movie looked similar.
So that's great. They made him better looking.
They was like, yo, we need a great actor for this movie.
We need a pretty face.
Beautiful face.
And I'll definitely give you he's a good actor. It was a good movie, but we don't need to say he's a perfect actor. We don't need to say
I wouldn't even call him. I wouldn't even call him a good actor.
I would say he's good.
I'll go goat.
No,
one of.
Yeah, I say.
I wouldn't even say decent.
What makes him a goat?
Let Chuck
First
get
of all,
his
he could sing. High School Musical.
That was Disney.
No interruptions. Let the man.
Just so you know,
I just said he's good.
I don't know if you've seen.
Okay, but let him explain his point. I'm on board.
17 again.
Yeah.
Yes.
Of course you have, because it's Zac Efron.
No, the other motherfucker's funny.
Wait, let him go.
Have you seen Neighbors?
Yes.
Which one is that?
Seth Rogen.
Yes. Yeah, where he has the kid. Yeah.
Zac Efron, amazing. Have you seen Johnny St. Cloud? Is that what it's called? Charlie St. Cloud?
Oh, where's brother?
Made me cry.
I shed tears myself, Max.
Fucking heartbroken.
I shed tears myself.
It's never. He touched. It's sad. It really. That movie's
I got
dead
bored.
ass.
I turned that
Pulling the
shit off.
strings.
I got bored.
I
during
never
that.
watched it.
No, I'm telling you, watch the Ted Bundy one, and that'll complete the
I watched the
cycle.
Ted
And then
Bundy
he got
one.
Ted Bundy.
The Ted Bundy one, I was like, what?
I didn't
he
like
get
that movie
creepy.
that much.
I'd rather take like 20 other guys right now. Like Will Ferrell.
Pause.
Yo, we're talking about the greatest actors, boys. Come on.
I mean,
now.
I know some hotties.
My man next to me just got done taking dick out his stomach, and now we're talking about actors, guys. Relax, everybody, cool out.
All right.
So bringing me up.
All the other guys.
Hey, yo.
You saw that pass, right? He was like, "This guy's got extra dick." What's up? You getting at me now? I'm weird.
Thank you. But like I was saying, there's 20 other actors I would take over that because that's ridiculous for a role. Like, come on, man.
All right.
Will Ferrell.
Baywatch.
Who the fuck cares?
Seen Baywatch?
You acting like Baywatch is a great movie.
It's a great movie.
That was a
Come
bad
on, bro. What are we
movie.
talking about?
I was falling asleep.
Do you want to know what the perfect movie is? And
I watched it multiple times, but it's because it's like
you
on
have.
like Stars. I was like on repeat.
Okay, the greatest movie, and I say this without any question in my mind, great sincerity, and he's in it. Have you guys ever seen The Awkward Moment? It's Zac Efron, Michael B. Jordan, Miles Teller, best friends growing up in New York.
So there was no words being said in that whole movie.
When I tell you that,
because Michael B. Jordan don't talk.
when I tell you that it was perfection in cinema, you hater. It was perfection in cinema to the point that I still like to just go back now and just watch. It's great. It's becoming an age story.
I can't think of it at all. I don't know which one it is. It's like they're best friends and shit.
Why you say Michael B. Jordan don't talk?
He has average of like 37 and a half words per movie.
That's crazy that you just knew that off the top.
This is a long-standing argument.
Okay.
Go and watch Michael B. Jordan movie. Creed, he said like 17 words.
Ow.
He's fighting. He's fighting.
Get over here.
He had a whole girlfriend. He had to convince Rocky to make him, like, train him. And he said 17 words.
There's not much to say. The proof is in the hands.
So get in the ring.
What's the movie that he's the Amazon movie?
Oh, the Black Panther one?
Nah, not Black Panther, but even in Black Panther.
I was like, hey, what? That's not
everybody knows
the
Black Panther, he said, you my cousin, and that's it.
He did a pretty good job in that.
In Black Killmonger?
Yeah, he did pretty
Is
good.
probably
said, "You my
his
cousin,"
one of
and
his
that's it.
best.
Yeah,
Hey,
I like Killmonger.
time out. You show up in that scenario. You walk into a palace that should be yours, surrounded by family that should respect you after having to kill everyone and their mother to get there, and your opening line is, "Hey, auntie, that is cold, brother. That is acting. I felt that shit. The fuck out of. He's amazing."
And that was after he went on a whole rant. He went on mad rants in that movie. That was mad talking. He was like, bruh, black people around the world, we gotta save them.
Yo, Zac Efron would have killed that role.
Zac Efron.
He would have bodied that role.
Time out. Zac Efron as the FBI agent that ended up helping out Wakanda. That guy, Zac Efron would have made that. It would have been a bigger movie. It would have been outshining. They would have had to give him a show. Like, you remember the first dude from Avengers?
Chill,
The dude
because
who got them assembled? Then when they gave him a show, because he
Shield
was
guy?
that good. Shield.
Oh,
He was
yeah,
that good.
yeah.
yeah, nah, but stop though, because don't hate on the dude that they actually used, because that was my man from Fargo.
Yeah, he's fine.
From season 1 from Fargo. He bodied Fargo.
He is no Zac Efron, sir. I've never seen that guy with his shirt off, but I'm sure it's.
I'm calling it right now.
Yeah, I'm
Zac
sure it's not
Efron
as
to the
impressive.
MCU.
Bro, who the fuck is Zac
Stamp
Efron?
that shit.
Saying outrageous things doesn't make it. It's like shock value things
Yo,
like who
who
is
is
Zac Efron is not. That's not funny. All right,
is
that's
that?
come on. He's Zac Efron. You might know him.
What
from
Avenger would you want Zac Efron to be?
whoever's shirtless. I don't give a fuck.
Invisible
You know?
boy. Whoever's invisible. So we don't have to see.
Then he would have no role in the movie. Like,
Thank God.
nah, man. I'm telling you,
Best role of his life.
Zac Efron, top 5.
He's up
Zac
there.
like I said, that's why. Look at that movie. Go back. If you guys,
5, you're disrespecting so many people.
who's really that good? Who are you going to see? Who's your favorite current actor?
Johnny Depp. Like shits on him by like
Pirates
20
of the
million.
Caribbean.
Yeah, shits on anything
21
he's ever
Jump
done.
Street.
Shits on him anything he's ever done.
And that's great if this was the 1980s. Let's be a little bit more conventional.
What?
I want to see someone go
Pirates
through.
of the Caribbean literally came out like 5 years ago, the last one. Like, what are we talking
He
about?
wasn't even in it.
The Rock is a better
He's the
actor
main
than Zac
character.
Efron.
Pirates
the
of
Rock
the
is
Car-
a horrible actor.
Yeah, I'd rather take Johnny Depp.
The Pirates of the
That's crazy.
Caribbean takes place in the 1800s. There's no social relevancy there. Unless you're planning on pirating. And that's my point, though. You're saying about release time. I'm saying about relevance. Guess who can make me feel something good? Zac Efron, brother. Watch the movie. Awkward moment.
I don't know if the way he makes you feel good makes me feel good, so that's why I don't think we're in line. Yeah, I think that's
I think
you
that's
see
man
him
crush,
and you
that's
get a
why.
little warm and tingly. I don't know what's going on.
He's relax. All right? He's no Jason Momoa. He's no fucking.
my bad.
Oh, he has his list. Chill.
Yeah, bro. He's no Lenny Kravitz. Like, let's relax.
There's no Idris Elba.
Stringer Bell isn't that like handsome man?
Whoa.
But like he's not. He doesn't do it for
Hey,
me.
you gotta make him a stringer.
You gotta be stringer
make him
of
like the
all
Bond.
roles.
Wait, you don't think Stringer was his youngest, most attractive role?
Most attractive? Definitely not.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You ever see Takers?
Takers, he was
Takers.
a suave ass.
Handsome man.
Takers was a good. It
Got the
wasn't a
suit
good movie,
on.
but it was a
Wanted to be like him.
okay.
He was suave as shit.
Takers wasn't a good movie.
I don't know. They
was
say
just about to
they
say
may
it was
make
good,
him the
but it
next
wasn't.
Bond.
Yeah, nah.
There was just so many peoples in that it made it a good movie. Like,
Yeah,
I just
that's what
wanted
it
to
was.
watch it because of
Takers
all
was
the
good.
people that were
So
in
Chris
it.
Brown doing all that parkour shit?
Yeah.
Oh, yo, Takers was fire. Now
Yeah.
that you said that,
Yeah,
Takers
It was good
fire.
action.
Yeah.
It was.
It was
T.I.
good
went
action.
out.
The action was crazy.
Crazy.
They were busting out checks for rappers in that movie like it was nothing.
Yeah, the fact that
you get
T.I.
one. You get one.
I like T.I. being the bad guy in that movie. It was tough.
Fucking Anakin Skywalker was in that movie.
3 holes in your head like a
T.I.P. is
bowling
a
ball,
good bad
big boy.
guy.
Right? That was that shit.
Oh yeah, TIP is a dope bad guy.
He's a good bad guy.
He was a good bad guy.
He's a better bad guy.
Dude,
than a
I
good
totally
guy.
forgot that Anakin's in that.
Yeah, Anakin said he plays the smooth
so
piano
crazy.
guy.
I like him
That's
in
so
Ant-Man as like the goofy friend in Ant-Man.
I do.
Oh yeah,
Who?
I enjoy him. T.I.
T.I.
Oh yeah.
But I don't enjoy him more than I enjoy the Spanish dude.
Oh, yeah,
because
of
that
course.
guy's
Oh, no.
yo,
Oh,
he's
yeah,
hilarious.
Yeah.
So Ant-Man has a show that T.I. is the
No,
best friend?
No,
The
he's in the
movie.
movie, bro. You never seen the
Never
movie?
seen the Ant-Man movies?
See, bro, you didn't watch
bugging.
movies talking about Zac Efron's bad.
Ew, yeah,
listen,
wait a
listen,
minute.
listen,
What are you
listen,
like one of those?
listen,
I only
listen,
go see it if
listen.
like Cisco and Ebert like it. Are you like a Rotten
even know-
Tomatoes guy?
I don't even know what that is.
Yo, I said Cisco and
But-
Ebert, and I
Yo,
immediately
I was just
dated
about to look at you
myself.
like, yeah,
I
you don't
immediately
even know
dated
what
myself, and that's
Cisco
why
Ebert is.
I bounced back with the Rotten Tomatoes
Yeah.
comment. My bad.
But
What
no,
can I relate
I've
that to?
never
Because-
used that website.
Cisco and Ebert, it wasn't a website. They were
I
two
think
guys.
They were
that-
people.
They were
They did
people
this.
that watched movies and gave you
I
thumbs
fuck
up or
with
thumbs
Ant
down.
Man. Who was that? Paul Rudd.
Yeah.
I fuck with him. And even with Role Models, like that was probably
Such a great movie.
That was like his best
Role Models-
movie
Role
ever.
Models was a good movie.
It is like such a great movie. But then like I don't know what it is, but it's like I just didn't really want to watch that
Role
movie.
Models was his big daddy. I'll give him that.
Yeah, it was.
Chuck was smooth. hating
McLovin
on,
being in that just made it so much better.
I was. I'm not gonna lie.
like when they said it was gonna be Paul Rudd.
I
Chuck
thought that shit was
hot.
the corniest shit in the world for a minute, and I would not watch it until
he
I
was
watched
boycotted.
it, and I was like,
It's like
Alright,
it's kind of
Paul
like saying like
Rudd.
Bill
Alright, Paul
Hader.
Rudd.
"Bro, you got it.
It's
You
MC, I
got
swear
it."
that I think the only bad MCU movie was
Ant-Man,
Eternals.
he started off small, but he grew on me.
Eternals.
Eternals was the only bad.
There's just too
one
much
for me.
going on in Eternals. You can't keep up with it. Like
I didn't finish that.
Yo, you know who you could have put in that movie and would have been fired? Zac Efron.
oh, yeah,
I can honestly see him in that.
Because
the guy that was shirtless, right? That scene.
no, even then, just as the righteous leader, because they brought in
The righteous.
my man Rob Stark from Game of Thrones, as if he was gonna be like somebody was gonna see that and be like King of the North. Like that's why this guy's a good superhero. Like no, man, he's a dub.
Oh, King of the North.
Zac Efron would have definitely did better
Yeah.
than King of the North.
He would you're way better King of the North.
Zac Efron as King of the
I'm
North
gonna let you know
in
right
Game
now.
of Thrones would have been too
Talk
crazy.
about it.
All right,
Oh my
he would have never died. He'd never got set up in that wedding.
They'd watch.
You gotta
They'd
just
watch
tag
Game of Thrones
Zach
all
in
the
this
time.
in this episode, so you can hear all the praise that he.
Yo,
gave.
the name of this episode should be "What do you think about Zac Efron?"
About Zach.
All right, but hear me out because you make an
We're
interesting
just
point.
zacking.
You put Zac Efron in the place of Joffrey. That character is not hated no more. People hated that character because he was ugly. He was an ugly little shit. But if he was like fucking drop dead, like chiseled to the point, he's like, yeah, cut off that bitch's head. I don't care. He's like, kill that hooker.
I'm like,
What
I
are you gonna
support
do?
that shit. Yeah, Joffrey.
You'd think it was just alpha
Not like
behavior.
a little snot nosed teenager. I see you. I see you.
That's what I'm saying. It's all about edging the look, bro. And
But
from
nah,
what he
King of the
said-
North, King of the North. Fuck Zac Efron. Maybe he want to be Joffrey. All right, I'll let it slide.
Like I said, it would make everyone really like that character at that point. Think about it.
Zac Efron would have never got set up in that wedding. He would have won the war.
He choked himself out.
He'd have definitely had the eye.
Yo, spoiler alert. Chill out, bro.
I don't care what nobody says.
I've never seen that shit.
Zac Efron would have went to the wall,
neither.
back.
I have no idea.
Thank you, because
You guys are missing out. I'm
Yo,
telling
just
you.
know.
I'm not gonna lie.
It's a great show.
I've tried multiple times.
Yeah.
I just can't get into it.
For what?
Bruh.
Just know.
Game of Thrones.
Oh, Game of Thrones is dope, but
It's amazing.
I can't get into it.
This guy hates sci-fi. This guy hates space. He
What?
hates alien. He thinks it's all dumb and
You don't
not
like
real.
Harry Potter?
I like Harry Potter.
Yeah, he actually does like
Everybody
Harry
like Harry
So then
Potter.
you will like Game of Thrones, bro.
Nah.
There's
Harry
no
Potter's
way.
It's
magic.
different.
This is not. It's literally the same thing.
And it's
Orcs and
kids.
goblins and
Everything-
ghouls and all
nah.
that.
And I was a kid when Harry Potter was out, so I was like, I
It's a
could
lot
do
of
magic.
dicks. Honestly, Game of Thrones now going back and rewatching, just a lot of swinging dicks.
Yes,
It's
that's
really
why I
awkward.
couldn't. It was mad.
Euphoria.
Yeah, Euphoria vibes.
It's so crazy because I remember a whole bunch more tits than dicks, but I don't know why you guys are just right to the dicks. It's just like, I
because
don't remember.
It became a comedic joke. So I seen they did this thing in South Park, right? They
Good save.
explained it. Good save, right? Yeah. So they explained it. So now you can never unsee it. And it's like the Wolverine is just two kissing Batmans thing. That's all I see is two kissing
What?
Batmans. Up, see, you never even looked at a picture of Wolverine's mask to realize it's just two kissing Batmans. Yeah. That's how they drew it.
That's ridiculous. That's how they drew it.
That's how they drew-
Would you think somebody just came up with that idea? Like, no, that's
They had this side by side. They're like,
They
wait a
know.
minute,
What
this
happened
makes
was
a
this,
dope superhero.
Wolverine.
Progressive as fuck.
Yo, listen. Sometimes it's all about the subliminals.
Yeah.
Right? That's what you got to get.
They got to make fun of that in the new Deadpool.
I'm excited about
Nothing to
the
make fun of.
Deadpool.
Yeah, it's gonna be wild crazy.
They got nothing to make fun of.
Progressive as fuck.
Progressive as fuck. There's nothing to laugh at about.
See,
that.
that's even more progressive to be able to make fun of it.
No, it's not. I assure you. What else did I have? Fucking. There was a point that I seen some shit, and I immediately wanted to point it out during the Dahmer doc because I know that's what we were kind of just running. I want to just finish it off this because it's the biggest thing that if you haven't seen it going forward, besides listening to it as Napoleon Dynamite, like because once again, it's once you think about it, you're never gonna be able to unthink about it the rest of the show. The one highlight is I will give this dude credit. He had outstanding choices as far as clubs that he went to because the soundtrack for the show,
You're gonna get us canceled.
Fucking,
You're gonna get us canceled,
bro, phenomenal.
This episode getting pulled down.
No, just hear me out. Like I said, piece of shit. Yeah, he shouldn't have ate them people. And yo, it's never cool to be like a fucking diddler. But in the same breath, progressive, he liked them by all colors. You know what I'm saying? And by all means necessary. Not my tactic, but you know what I'm saying? That's the way he handled business. But where he went to get them at, he was hunting for 12-point bucks in a great forest because the music that they played was phenomenal. If you was an 80s New Eurekan baby, dogs, I danced. It was hard for me to feel bad. Once I started seeing it, I was just like, oh, look at the way that dude's dancing. Oh, he was being loose. A lot of these guys are being loose. A lot of them were not being loose. A lot of them were not going in the height of AIDS and crack. They were not going home with a stranger that looked like Napoleon Dynamite. They were not being loose.
Like they wanted it.
The only thing I'm gonna give Dahmer credit for is
busting moves.
Nah.
He had a high batting average, bro. He was going out and bagging homies and bringing them home on a high average.
He was.
He was bagging them.
Yeah.
How about the one
He was a
dude?
closer.
He was a closer. He went out with a game plan and he got him home, bro.
How about the one dude that was hitchhiking with his shirt off, and he was like, "Oh, I just need a ride to the concert."
That's what I'm saying.
And my man's was like, "Yo, let's go back to the crib, have a couple drinks, have a couple, a couple pumps of the weights.
We'll hit the weights, smoke a joint."
Then he makes the move, and the guy's like, "Yo, I'm not with that."
Was this in
Why
the
you
show?
coming home with me? Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Facts.
Yeah, he did him. See, that's what I'm saying though. It was a bunch of like fast ass young men too. That's the crazy. That's why the only dude I feel bad for, the only dude who I feel bad for is when you get to it. Which, by the way, like as far as in all seriousness, the way that the show was shot, when they did the scene for the dude who couldn't speak and they were signing through, I thought that was shot phenomenally because.
Oh no, that shit was crazy.
Only if, and once again, I can only speak from my own, but only if you're from an area that has like sassy gay dudes like that you've ever met that don't speak, like that are mute, that are deaf. Like I've seen Spanglish sign language, so that episode was hilarious to me because they were really signing super sassy. And it made the conversation because it regulars the conversation. It's not like it was
signing spicy.
Yeah, no, dead ass. They were talking crazy. He was just like, "That's why you suck dick," and I was just like, "Yeah," like, yo, me and my wife were cracking up. But your man, he was the only dude who I felt bad for because he was the one who was just like, "Oh no, like I like you. I want to take like we're gonna build something." He actually like, and that's also they spend a lot more time in the club, and that's when you get to hear the soundtrack slaps, dogs. It comes down to it sounds like a soundtrack from your Titi's favorite playlist. Like it's that like yo, the house is gonna be clean and it's gonna smell amazing by the time the album is done. Like that's the kind of music it was. It was fire. Right. So he's going into these spots and he is batting 1,000. Now is he doing it Sosa style? Yes. All right. Is there a little Mark McGuire in there? Yeah. A bit because he is using PEDs.
No, only when he got him to the crib.
No, he PED'd plenty of people in the class. How he's taking them back to the bathhouses. Also, you're a nasty boy when you get banned from the bathhouse. From the whore house, they're like, not you. Like,
oh my God.
You can't come in here because you keep date raping all these guys.
Oh my God.
And he was like, what?
Me?
Come on. Nah, deadass. He deadass was like,
it's just gay stuff.
He was like, yo, it's so unfair. God. And then the guy was like, wait, you do what? And he was like, nothing. Let's go to my grandma's. And like,
literally.
Yeah. And once again, shitty person, hilarious. But those boys, like, yo, dogs, this guy's standing there and he's just like, I'd fuck me. Would you fuck me? And then you're like, all right. Like, yeah, you get it. You're a hitchhiker walking around with no shirt on. Yeah, I'll go back to your house, have a couple beers, and then you, as a stranger who I don't know, are going to drive me to this place that's an hour away. Checks out. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just makes sense.
Yeah, we don't trust no.
Valid.
Yeah, no, that's wild.
Loose boys.
Loose boys with great rhythm. Because the deaf dudes was killing it.
Under how long before it gets pulled down?
So quick.
I'm just saying, what? I can't do a review? I'm just trying to point out. I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with what he did.
If you wanted to review the show, that's more than what I think is in your... Yeah. But I think you are maybe...
It was a great show.
A little bit going for... Like you fuck with Jeffrey Dahmer, like just like on the border of.
Yeah, nah, I'm not.
I didn't hear that one time.
Yeah, what I said was he just so happens to have great taste and what's clearly a professional cocksmith's game. All right, he's going home.
Can I get the origin?
Cocksmith. Oh, this is a segment that I was asked for. Cocksmith. COCKSMITH. Nature of origin, one who slings dick professionally. And they're a cocksmith because they are a master of the art. The way a swordsmith dances, this guy fucks.
Beautiful sentence.
Thank you.
Honestly, thank you.
Is that on Urban Dictionary or Wikipedia?
No.
I don't know.
Needs to be.
No,
I'm someone who learns.
I understand what it is now.
Insert that.
I learned from history and experience. All right.
It's a tradesman thing.
It is a trade. It's a union secret. All right. Sometimes guys elevate to cocksmith, and that guy,
it's a union secret.
and that guy slung it. Like I said, heavy closing rate. He had, and you know what's crazy is like they never make him out to seem like an ill, and that's what makes me go back to the fast boys theory. Chuck, I really think you might be onto something.
Fast boys.
No, just because you think about these fast ass dudes, everyone's trying to get, whatever, and I respect it. Yeah.
What's fast? What does that mean?
Fast ass boys?
Slutties.
Yeah,
Sluts?
they're loosey goosey.
Slots for money. Oh yeah, they was getting paid too.
He's getting mail.
Slots for money, bro.
Yeah.
Rest in peace, man.
Okay, we can get to that.
Yeah.
That's
Rest in peace.
Damn, shout out to Sam.
That's it.
No, I'm not saying once again, and it's like we're not bad mouthing, but here it is. Here's the cut and dry situation. We're reviewing the show. The show is based on actual events. I'm sure that there was probably something less cinematically pleasing, but all we can go off is what we saw. Hence, we are born. Well, actually, no, motherfuckers was alive when.
But there's a lot of the things they said that wasn't true in the show. Like the next door neighbor didn't live next door. She lived
Like
down
a
the
couple
block.
building, away.
And she could smell it from that deep, and she was such a super bitch. Crazy. Also, shout out to Niecy Nash.
She was a super bitch.
Niecy Nash. She was though. She played an amazing bitch in our shit.
Yeah.
To me, she wasn't. She was just an annoyed.
No, after she handled business, the way that she just kept going.
If my neighbor's house smelled like that, I'm calling the cops every day too. Like, yo, you gotta get this. They got vampires or something in there. I'm calling the cops. Yeah, there's something going on in there. That's not something I can handle.
Nope, I'm gonna do the complete.
I can't beat you up to make your house smell good. Like, and I'm not cleaning it.
I beg to differ. No, I will be. I'm not calling the cops. But best believe there's gonna be. It's just gonna be a war.
You got to call a team.
You're gonna have a war with a
team
murderer?
of Wellas to come and clean the house. Like, yo, that house stinks. Wella, call a group.
Now, Dom, I will say this. I like the way where your mind went with it. You said, are you going to war with the murderer? Now, at the time,
the eating people murderer.
Well, she was safe because she was a female. He wasn't eating females.
See, because he was
Max is prime subject.
Oh yeah, no, I'm a dub. Are you kidding me?
Max, if he caught Max in the club, he'd be like, "Oh, I got a good one tonight."
Yes. Yeah, Max be all dancing and shit. Hey,
yo. The entire thing is like 80s pop freestyle.
Yeah, so
I would have been roped in. I'd have been roped in by 2 windmills and a solid hangman. I would have been roped in. But with that also being said, it would have been funny when he goes to drug me and I'm looking at him like, what's up, bro? That's all you got? That's all you got. Just putting my own drugs and things. I'm like, no, bro, you're not doing this right. All right, let's
double dose. Don't be fucking selfish.
You got a light hand, bro. Slaps the rest of the pills in.
We're the
party. Let's party.
Let's party.
Somehow I've got more energy. I'm like, what's up, man? You're looking a little tired, bro. Maybe a little jog. Nah, dude. But you got to figure it like this, though. Once again, he came in there with no game. He wasn't saying things because for most of the show, he is quite soft spoken.
His game was the no game. It was the quiet dude in the room.
So who picks up on things like that? I'll tell you, it's not genuine church folk. All right, it's fast ass people looking for like, ooh, that guy's not saying anything. Let me go there. How many opportunities do you think that somebody in that situation saw themselves as the predator and him as the prey?
They was trying to take advantage.
He caught them lacking.
I'm just saying, it's 2 sides to a story.
Right, those strong men they were.
Yeah, they came in. They was like, "Ooh, I'm gonna lift this man across the threshold," and he was like, "All right, you can try and do what you feel, brother. Come on in."
This Quaalude says otherwise.
Hey, what does this chloroform smell like? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's it, bro. And how many people do you think honestly did just walk into? He was setting a web, but those spiders and those flies, they was dancing.
I don't know, man.
The only thing I could blame somebody for is going into somebody's house that actually smelled like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wouldn't go into like my
If I'm going to
friend's
your
house
house
if it smelled like that.
the game plan is why I'm there for, bro.
You can't even say it. You said what I'm there for.
Yeah.
There to do some,
Yeah.
do some man nasty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
After a hot night in Club 2 something, I couldn't read the last
And that
number.
house smell like what I assume. Well, death.
Yeah, I like death. Go ahead. Yeah, you got it.
How you gonna go in there and get busy?
Yeah, like how you don't just turn around at the door the moment you be like, hey, what the fuck? You
Yeah,
clean
like-
your fucking house? Dirty ass. And
Like you dirty. If your house dirty,
Because
you
they're
dirty.
fast ass boys.
yeah, they don't even care.
They was trying
And
to
that
get
is
big-
why.
They was trying to get it no matter what. It was like, yeah, we do it in this trash bag ass house.
Yeah, like damn, I've been fucked in worse places. Like that's really the mentality.
Sheesh.
And not that, but yo, fast ass people. It's the 80s. Everybody
different time,
doing
man.
drugs. Yeah, it was a different time.
Different
Yeah,
time.
especially with the gay community. Like the way they were saying, it was such a small community. Look at the way that the people reacted to the shit. I'm so happy to be born past that. Where I thought like coming up gay, I'm like, yeah, that's normal. You know what's not normal is like if they're smoking krills, and then that became normal, and it was just like fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like, where's the line?
Well,
but back then they were like,
It wasn't
oh, gay.
completely normal when we were growing up.
I mean, in my family, it was.
Well, that's because we're Puerto Rican. There's always at least one gay person in every Puerto Rican family.
Yo, we
That's-
like
that's
to
just a
fuck.
stat fact.
As a culture, we like to fuck.
That's a
That's why
stat
Bad
fact.
Bunny, when we did that thing on Bad Bunny, I totally, like I said, he represents PR culture to the fullest. He's just trying to fuck the baddest thing in the room, tell them he loves them until he gets violently angry. It's his the Puerto Rican way. Like,
Sounds
we
like
know
Jeffrey
nothing
Dahmer.
else.
I don't know about the whole second part of that, but yeah. there is at least one gay person in every Puerto Rican family. So in a Puerto Rican family, it's normal. And even at that, some of the Wellas don't be liking that shit.
Yeah, I gotta ask, who's the gay person in Joe Biden's Puerto Rican family?
Joe Biden. It's Hunter.
Which one is it?
Definitely
I just
Hunter.
want. I gotta figure it out.
It's the crack smoker.
It's definitely Hunter.
You think he ain't
He's
never?
the busty.
Yeah. You think he ain't never did a little strange
He got
things?
hookers.
Hey,
He had a scale.
yeah, the scale.
Like, yeah, he's the Puerto Rican one.
Yo, I'm pretty sure there's definitely a sound clip of him being like, you know what it's like to have to suck dick for coke? He was like, you know that? It's hard over here in Ukraine. Like, I'm more than confident that is a legitimate sound bite. But then he got the coke and everything was all right. So
Hey, nah, he had hookers, a scale, and crack at a hotel room. He probably the Puerto Rican one.
and look at that. And they ignore it. Why? Because he's the president's son. Back then they ignored it because they said they was gay.
Yep.
All right? That's crazy. That is dead ass wild. He was like, you want me to go in there? Like gay stuff? They were like, there's literally feet at the door. He was like, homo feet. You know what I'm saying? Like those are silly toes. I don't know about
Nilly Willy toes.
yeah, I don't know about all that one, Chief. Like I like when first off, my other favorite part of the show, let's go making unions out to look like what unions should be. All right. That I know it was for an evil reason. Those officers were wrong because, gay, so they were wrong for what they did. But
So
like gay,
wrong.
you shouldn't do that. But what I will say is that the depiction of how strong their union was gave me pride. Yo, police union. Once again, and you rarely see things like that. Like nowadays, like where you see a union stand strong and not fall. The thing they were like, these guys said they was gay. And what was they gonna do? Go in there and like, oh man, oh fuck it. They was like, oh, and he was killing black guys. And the guys looking at me like, the problem helping a problem. Like, give them their jobs back. And then they got up there and they were like, thanks for everyone who believed in us for being racist and homophobic. We kept it a buck and proved that you can too. God bless America. And like sat down. And I'm like, I don't agree with the message, but
Is this the show?
Union Pride. Yeah, bro.
Oh my god! I was like, I was so lost. I was like, when did this happen?
They said like it wasn't verbatim what he said.
I was pretty
But
much.
the sentiment was there.
Yeah, I
The sentiment was there. So
Yeah,
but they did walked into the middle of the precinct and was like looking at the niggas that didn't believe them, like or wasn't riding with them, and then looking at them that was, and it's like,
That's right.
we here.
We don't care about blacks, gays, the little blonde homo. Like that guy's out. He was like, this fucking guy out of here, weirdo. Like that, dude. It was horrible.
It wasn't like that, but yeah.
It was 100% like that.
Now I gotta watch this stupid ass show.
Bro, you have to watch it regardless, just for historical purposes.
It's just good. Yeah,
American history. Did I not say that?
I think they got a regular doc on like HBO Max or something like that.
I don't actually care about him. So I'd rather just watch the show. Yeah.
Or if you don't want to watch the gruesomeness or whatever, because they just show you.
Nah, it's just that I thought it was too much emotion for something that was really real, and I felt like you could see in the show that they like are on his side.
Yeah,
like
I really cried.
Yeah, they try to humanize him.
They try to and it's like.
Oh, I didn't cry at this.
Episode 8, they had the testimonies of the victims' families.
That was great. Did you see the
dead fighting tears,
did you see
and then I cried.
YouTube comparison?
What do you mean?
Oh yeah. They posted the side by side.
So they did a side by side of the scene where you're going to get to a point in the show where they're in the trial and it's a big publicized thing, and they show testimony of one of the sisters, and it was very dramatic in the show, and it really was like something. It was, you felt every part of it. Once again, it was done very well.
Well,
similar to the feeling of Charlie St. Cloud. But go on.
What's up? Oh, the stupid Zac Efron. Okay.
Yeah. Listen, Zac Efron.
Keep going.
Zac Efron played this guy. The story might have been different.
Keep going.
But so they end up doing a side by side comparison with the actual footage from the day of the trial, and she did such a perfect. It was candid. Like, it was literally, once again, the storyline aside, the way that this movie was shot or the show was shot, phenomenal. Like the director really, they killed this shit. But you see, and it is emotionally gut wrenching when there are people, and it's a theme throughout the show, when there's young black dudes going to the cops and going, yo, man, this is happening. Like, please help. I'll take you to the place. My man said, I will take you to the place. I will show you the situation. I will point him out. I will draw a fucking map to the crib. And the cops are like, all right, pal, listen, we're going to need you to just calm down.
Yeah. What'd you take tonight, buddy?
Yeah, exactly. They were like, are you sure you didn't just do a bunch of drugs to rape yourself? Yeah, and he's like, wait, what?
Those cops suck, man.
Yo, that's the other thing, too. That's very heartbreaking about the show. But if you're like me and you can remove that, because that's the only part I did get emotional, those two scenes. It was the cops talking shit, and then the scene with the sister, because I felt that on just a different level. But if you just focus on the fact that it's like, this guy's like, oh, I'm going to go to the bar. oh, I'm sorry. The biggest theme to the entire show is that alcohol is bad. Okay, this guy is a stone cold alcoholic. That's the actual problem with the show, is that every scene he is taking down a sixer. Every scene. The entire, and that's what he said. He was like, a lot of this is alcohol induced. He was like, apparently I just like to have a couple, and guys get raped, people end up dead. That's what he would say. Like, it was simple shit like that. But if you look past that, amazing soundtrack, and if this was the sequel to Napoleon Dynamite, it would make sense. Like, if this is what happened when Uncle Rico passed, or Grandma passed and Uncle Rico took over the farm, like, he just decided to move out, start fucking dudes, making zombies. Also, he eats a lot.
Pedro's first.
I said that to my wife during like the third episode. I was like, yo, this guy had a fucking Pedro, everything would be all right. Like, it would be totally fucking cool.
If he just smoked weed instead of drank, he would have been fine.
Oh, you know what that made me think of, the whole him making zombie shit.
What?
The whole thing was that he was like attempting to make zombies. That's like another crucial part of the show. I don't want to keep giving too much away. Yeah, you got to check this out. Later. But here's a topic that comes in with it.
I gave you the whole show, right? You gotta watch it.
No, I'm not worried about that. It's just that I didn't even know
history,
that.
Bro.
I gave you bits and pieces because it'll make you attentive. Like how I can't unsee Napoleon Dynamite. Like, now you won't either.